a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
I'd never thought about it before, but Ren was the same as one's secret name. It was more than just a special word. The secret name is your darkest thoughts, your most embarrassing moments, your biggest dreams, your worst fears, all wrapped together. It's the sum of your experiences, even those you'd never want to share. Your secret name makes you who you are. That's why a secret name has power. It's also why you couldn't simply hear someone repeat a secret name and know how to use it. You had to know that person and understand their life. The more you understood the person, the more power their name could yield. You could only learn a secret name from the person himself, or from the person closest to his heart. And heaven help me, for me, Carter was that person.
Welcome to Of the Oldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
I'm Raye, following the path of Geb.
And I'm Charlie, following the path of Bast. And we got another chapter. We certainly got another one.
We're in it. We're winning it. It's a long one, this bad boy.
Yeah, it took me longer than 30 minutes to read, so...
Oof.
But also, as we established, I was sleepy, so I still be sleepy.
That's so valid of you. The sleepiness, it do be hidden.
Listen, I just don't want to go to bed at night. I just really don't want to go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And wake up at 5. I don't like it.
That's having fun time, 9 p.m.
10? More reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wake up at 6. My entire commute would take, I would have to wake up and then immediately be driving.
Yeah.
I cannot do that because, shower, eat.
Important.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. I'm always gonna complain about
the
how
kids
sleepy
are
I
also
am.
very sleepy in this episode.
I am so jealous of them.
For being knocked the fuck out.
Being knocked the fuck out, being, nearly dead, knocked the fuck out, and in these fancy little robes. I'm gonna talk about this. How, the fuck, Bess? The absolute fuck.
Oh boy. I mastered the fine art of name-calling.
Did she?
She sure did. This excellent chapter title. It's perfect. It is misleading. It is funny. It is still technically true. It has to do with the main crux of the chapter. It is hitting all of our marks.
It certainly is.
So yeah, this one gets a gold star from me.
Y'all can't see, but as soon as I asked the question, Raye gave a thumbs up, and then was like, "Wait, this is an audio form. I must speak my opinions."
Yeah, well, that is how I do. I do that on phone calls also, gesture and make faces that the person cannot see.
What a fucking mood that is. Do we need to join the boys and do the video podcasts, because people are doing those, and I'm like, this is just reinventing the video.
Okay.
So
I mean,
infuriates me. This is reinventing YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what year is this? What is going on?
I don't know.
Why is a video continuing to kill the audio star?
That's so true. Also, if we started doing video episodes, then I would have to clean my room, and I don't want to do that.
Same! I'm like, I'd have to care about my appearance when I record with, you, as well as when I record with guests. And the thing is, we're so comfortable with each other. We can roll out of bed and just record.
Yeah, we're just
fine.
vibing here. Yeah.
We're vibing. We're bros. Us in the greater world? Maybe not. Maybe we're not there yet. So.
Yeah, the energy here is the pantsless Zoom call, and
I am
we just
in fact
can't do
pants
that
today. So that's because my room is cold for once. I made it 68 in here.
I actually don't think I've ever
beautiful.
recorded without pants. Sometimes I stand up.
Yeah, I just pray that you can't see. I just pray that my shirt is long enough because I like to wear long shirts. So, yeah. But I mean, Christina and Leela have a video podcast now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're killing it. Good for them.
Good for them. We're not doing that. At least not right now.
Yeah.
Not until people are like, hey, you want to show us your faces?
I mean, I understand. We are pretty cute, but,
Listen, y'all need to see Raye's cute little face when they're talking about these things.
Oh's you. Stop. I'm doing the little hand flap. You all need to know that. Yeah.
Listen, sometimes they get all dolled up for me and I'm like, oh. I feel so special.
Gosh. Okay.
Yeah, what do we read today? Tell us about the fine art of name calling that we have agreed is perfect.
Yeah, so nearly drowning knocks Sadie's ba out of her body, so she goes on a trip back to Brooklyn House. She sees Anubis, Walt, and Jazz, who is also a soul right now. Jazz encourages Sadie, and she tells her a little bit about names. Sadie gets a flashback to Isis doing her coup thing and getting Ra's secret name, and it gives her important life context and also lets her know how to cure Carter's venom problem. Bess has the kids set up in a nice hotel. Sadie gets Carter's secret name out of him and saves his life and stuff. They need to go to a weird gold mummy catacomb to find the last scroll. But Carter wants to go find Zia instead now that they have the name of her village. They agree to split the party. Bess going with Carter and Sadie taking Walt with her to do the actual quest, even though everyone knows that this is a very bad idea, and that is how we have more than half of this book left. And that is what happened this chapter. This feels like a turning point, splitting the party right here. I don't know what's gonna happen for the rest of the book, but it sure feels like something.
It's pretty interesting.
Anyways, so yeah, those are the events out of our very long chapter.
They certainly are. Can you take a guess at what we might be talking about here?
Well, I was assuming you were gonna go with the golden mummy place, assuming that is a real place.
That would be very smart. Let me look that up for you. Why is this the first Google search? I'm sorry. When I type in Google golden mummy into Google, it says golden mummy cat adopt me. What the fuck does that mean? What does that bring me to?
I'm betting that's like an adoptables website.
Halloween golden mummy cat. What the fuck is this thing? What are you? It's legendary pet and adopt me. I guess that's a game.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't know what this is. The Glummy. There we go.
There you go.
It's a place that does exist. That's not all what I was gonna have here. But let me tell you, in case you missed it. I was going to talk about the Wren.
Oh, of course, that makes sense.
Because, we're talking about the names and all of that. And I was like, is there anything on the pages about names that might be important? And from my cursory glance at, like, a few of the human naming pages on Wikipedia, it's all just, like, not shit that is important to anything here. So, it's, there was nothing mythological. And I'm like, wow, so boring. Why can't you just tell me about how names are important? Like, come on. Where is my page about the Fae naming thing? Where is that? Again, where is that? Like, you had your theory about, like, the middle name thing, right?
Right.
Like, where is all of this information? Why can't we do this?
I really don't know.
We need to have a deep dive episode at some point where it's just like, let's go off and talk about the weird naming things. But instead I have the tiniest bit of the ancient Egyptian concept of the soul page that is just about the Wren, which is your name / your identity, which makes sense. Rick took that fully for this one. As we know, it's an essential part of the soul. It's your individuality. It has to survive after your death. Of course.
Okay, yeah.
It's the one thing you got. It embodies a meaning that is believed to have a direct relationship with the owner. As Sadie is like in the chapter, describe your entire existence in 5 words or less. I want to know who has longer names than that. Because there's definitely people who have longer names than that. There are so many people in existence.
Yeah.
We're gonna have repeated secret names, or we're gonna have really fucking long ones. Hyphenated ones.
Like our good friend Death to Corks, you know.
Exactly. Or, well, that wasn't his secret, though. That's
I don't
just
remember what his secret name was. Oh, let me go check. Let me go check on this man.
He had a different secret name.
Because I feel like the secret name might have been even longer.
Yeah, I think it was. Okay, this sentence certainly means something. It says, placing a name on a statue seated the image to the dead name, providing a second body. So, like...
Yeah, that's fascinating.
So if you put a name on a statue, the dead can come back? That's the dead's body now.
Yes.
I guess.
Kind of like the gods, I would assume. You know, like how they can possess a body or a image.
And that wax statue still has his name on it. Therefore,
I don't
Carter would come back as tiny little Carter statue.
I don't
That's
think
how that works.
It makes you alive. I think you are still dead. You could just use it as like a vessel.
I think that would be fun, though. Again, more things for the TTRG.
Mm-hmm,
This is a spell that you can cast where, like, you you inscribe a dead person's name onto a thing, and then you can, like, summon that dead person, talk through this statue of some form.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I did find his name. When Vladimir says, "I name you," the full thing is Death to Corks, servant of Vladimir, he who turns in the night. So
I think it would be he who turns in the night.
Right, is technically the secret name.
Yeah. That's 6. That's 6
yeah.
words. Sadie, you got it wrong. You said 5 words or less. His is 6. He who turns in the night. She wrong. The last thing here is that, like, obliterating the name, you know, destroys a person's connection and hinders their prospects in the afterlife. You know that, like, there were people who were, like, literally, like, destroyed from, like, monuments and things. Like, they destroyed their names, they destroyed their, like, images everywhere so that people would not know that person ever existed. And it's like, it's so... The Ren thing, like, so real, though. Because that is the thing that survives.
Yes. What it makes me think about is...
existential questions.
Fucking Coco. You know, you have to have your image up and there have to be people who remember you or have been told stories about you personally. And so, you know, it feels like a true name that can, like, pass on. I don't know. The ideas feel connected to me.
It does. It does. I am also, like, concerned by the concepts in that movie still, because I'm just like, oh, so once everybody is, like, gone that remembers you, that really does mean you're gonna end up being gone, though. Like, right?
Yeah, like that guy who faded away. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just what happens. It's a cycle of the afterlife.
Wait, he got better!
No,
and
not
I'm
the
like,
first guy.
Oh, that first
Yeah.
guy.
We did see it happen to someone.
We did.
In the film.
It was real fucked up, man. It was real fucked up. I'm scared.
Yeah. The concept of being able to die twice is not ideal. But I mean, you can definitely do that in Egyptian Afterlife already, so.
True that. You can have Amit devour your heart right in front of you, and then you suffer for all eternity.
These things happen.
Sucks to suck. But the Valley of Golden Mummies does in fact exist. Did you know that?
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
I figured it did the way that they were describing it, but yeah.
Because Rick does in fact do some research once in a while. He did make up the place of the Red Sands, which is why people on Reddit are mad about the translation not being, like, real. He probably just put it in Google, as he does tend to do, seemingly. Yeah, real place, Baharia Oasis in western desert of Egypt. Greco-Roman mummies, 250 mummies, but eventually they found there were 10,000.
God damn.
When did they find that out? I want to know. Oh, I can't look at this site? Why don't you want me to look at it? It's telling me that this is a scary website.
What?
So.
Suspicious.
Yeah, they're in good, a lot of them are in good condition. There's, like, different styles of mummies, apparently.
That kind of makes sense, especially if they were interred over a long period of time.
Yeah. Some have a gilded mask covering their face and a waistcoat. They have, like, scenes across their chests. The second is covered in a cartonnage, which I think that's just, I can't describe what the fuck that is, but it's another funerary mask thing. Yeah. And those ones specifically are, like, have scenes of Anubis on them and such. And his 4 children, apparently, Then there are ones that are not really decorated as much. They're in pottery coffins, and the last ones are just covered in linen. So, like, some of them got some nice shit. Some of them were just kind of thrown in there. There's lots of artifacts. Homemade coins. That's pretty cool. So we know, like, what period it's from and everything.
That's nice. What it doesn't say that I see on the wiki page here is why they did this. You know, specifically these Greco-Roman people in the Egyptian burial style.
I mean, I assume this is like... Because what time period is this that, like, these people were being buried? It's probably the time period where a lot of this stuff is, like, all being melded together.
Right. They do have a lot of cultural exchange.
Yeah, they have so much cultural exchange because, like, think about how, like, Julius Caesar and Cleopatra and, like, all of, like those people, like, ruling each other, and, like, Alexander takes over Egypt, and, like, all of this, and, like, there is so much, like, we took over you, now you take over us, and stuff happening, that it's like, who's to say that your gods aren't real? You know? Why don't we just try something different here? Why do they have this whole section on the mummification here that is just describing the entirety of Egyptian beliefs?
Yeah, you would think they would just link to, like, the mummification page. It's just such a specific thing. And I guess what I'm kind of getting from it here is that there were Greco-Roman people, like, living in this area, and so that's why this might have happened. But, like, the idea that, like, we don't think of them as a culture that does mummification, but they buried 10,000 people that way specifically right here is, like, fascinating to me.
I mean, well, it does say they were in Egypt, so it's like Greco-Roman people in Egypt doing that. Again, cultural exchange.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. Like, the Greeks believed Isis to be a goddess at one point. Like, too. Like, they brought her into their own religion. So,
yeah.
Why not combine some things? It's some very fun bastardization of everything.
It is also fascinating to me because burial rites are so important in, you know, both of these cultures. You know, if you don't do it right, you're not getting into the fucking afterlife.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what's over there, for real. How Rick describes it. All right, let's get to the chapter where Sadie wakes up as a chicken. Except she's not waking up because she's asleep.
Indeed.
So she's drowning. She's drowning so much that she's maybe dying, or she thinks she's dying. And she's like, well, maybe Bess got Carter out. But Carter's still dying anyway. So...
Right. Yeah, she assumes at the opening of this chapter that she is dead. Like, and then, you know, kind of walks that back as we go a little bit more in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she did see Iskander as a Ba after he had died, so, like, she knows that you can just be a Ba after death.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So then she sees the strangest scene ever. She is swept back to Brooklyn House, and sitting together like they're old friends are Anubis and Walt still.
Fascinating.
Her boy toys are commiserate.
She's like, what? You two know each other? It's like in a movie when a guy who's cheating, like, sees, like, the two girls, like, talking to each other. He's like, oh shit.
Wait. Sorry, we all know the guy looking back me, and then the progression of that, where it ends up being the two girls, and then they have this whirlwind romance, and they get married and everything. It's that, but Sadie is the looking back guy.
Yeah.
And Walt and Anubis are the two girls.
There we go.
That's what it is. Anyway.
Got this all figured out.
Anubis is not looking like an emo guy. He actually looks Egyptian for once.
Wild. Wow. Imagine that.
Right? And Sadie's like, damn, shirtless?
Yeah. She points out that he is more fit than she thought he would be. And she's like, they must have a good gym in the underworld. No, but she's like, not that I imagined it a lot. And it's like, okay, Sadie, whatever.
This girl is too thirsty.
For real. You are 13.
She tries to talk to them. Walt, no reaction, because she's a fucking Ba. Anubis is like, hey, you gotta stop, like, showing up everywhere that I am. Come on, Sadie. You shouldn't be here. Carter's out there dying. Like, you gotta do something about that. And Sadie's like, I know. I didn't bring myself here. Wasn't my fault.
These things just happened to her. They are sitting outside of the infirmary, so she's worried that, like, Jazz is dead or some shit. But nah, she's not fine exactly. But
and Anubis is like, it's probably her soul that called out to you. She wants to talk to you. So you should go in there, maybe deal with that. I'm good with Walt. I'm taking care of him. He doesn't know I'm here, but he probably also knows I'm here at the same time.
Yeah, he can, like, sense him, presumably. And, like, Anubis is just, like, sitting there, like, saying comforting things to Walt, even though he, like, can't hear him. And, like, that's very sweet to me.
Yeah, just commiserating with the boys. Walt asked for some guidance, and Anubis is like, okay, Sadie, get out of here. Go. I'm gonna do my best to ease Walt's pain.
And she's like, what?
And she is sucked into the infirmary. Like, ah! And, you know, I relate to Sadie hating hospitals. I understand. They're where the sick people go. They're where the dying people end up. It's not great.
I have never had anything against hospitals in particular. I'm more anti-nursing home. It's just so uncomfortable in there.
I don't have a good distinguisher for either of them. Like, they kind of have two similar vibes from the ones that I've been to.
I see.
So I'm just like, cool. White walls, trying to look super clean and nice. Smells weird in here. Lots of doctors. Don't like it. So we see Jazz, and she's looking a little different, you know? I mean, there's Jazz there in the bed, and then there's Jazz at the edge of the bed as well.
She's green now.
She's green. Wonder why that is.
Right. So she's a soul, but she's not a ba, and that's the important bit that we're about to get into.
Also, there's, like, candles around the beds that monitor the patient's condition.
I love that. That's fascinating. It's such a good, like, magic detail.
And hers are dark orange. Ominous.
As if they are fading, right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if the candle goes out, that means you're fucking dead.
Yeah, I would assume so too. So this is Jazz's Ren. She's here, and she looks like a 3D video of Jazz's life, apparently.
Right. Which is fascinating, and also Danny Phantom reference. This is just like clockwork.
Yeah.
You just have every image of, like, you at every point in your life at once. You are all of yourself.
My brain was going to, like, the memories and Inside Out. Instead. But also, like, how ADHD is that? Like, I don't think I could look at Jazz's Ren. I'd be like, I'm too transfixed on the memories to focus on what you're saying right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, it's not working for me, babe. So yeah, this is her identity. This is the sum of her parts and everything, as we explained. And Sadie is like, I am sorry, Jazz. I'm so sorry I did this to you.
I'm sorry you're fucking dying. My bad.
It's all my fault. And what does Jazz say? It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. It's fine. And Sadie's like, how fucking dare you? You've triggered me.
Fuck that.
You said the thing that makes me so goddamn mad. No, life is not random. It's harsh. And Jazz is smiling. She's about
she wanted to make Sadie angry. She wanted to get that spirit back. Don't be so gloomy all the time. Come on, girl. Buck up.
She does better when she's angry. That's so funny. Jazz is like, okay, Sadie, first, you're not dead, okay? You're gonna wake up, and you only have a few minutes to heal Carter when you do. So, we gotta use the wax statue and figure out how to heal him. But she only needs one ingredient, so it's fine. Besides, you know, the statue.
And she doesn't explain what it is, but Sadie's about to figure it out, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, Jazz is like, you know what it is. Don't worry about it. Like, no, I don't know what it is. Tell me. Talk to me. Why is everything so cryptic with you guys?
For real, every time. I also didn't know what it was until, you know, we get the story that helps Sadie figure it out too, so...
I do love how Rick does that with the storytelling sometimes. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna show you a thing that the gods did, and that'll explain exactly what you need to know, guys.
This is a very nicely designed chapter, because you can tell that flashback is, like, pulling more weight than just that one detail. Like, it's telling us a lot about the personalities of the people involved. Yes, and perhaps foreshadowing some things that may happen later. But also we tie it into like the direct events going on right now. It's very well done.
Yeah. Jazz says that Sadie's gonna need Walt's help, even though, it's gonna be a risk. Someone might lose a life. She needs to call Walt to help. But you want to elaborate further?
Right? Oh my god.
No one's gonna tell you about Walt except for Walt, okay? It's not their secret.
And also, losing whose life? No elaboration on that one. Because that could mean a lot of things. We know how Rick likes to be cryptic, but it could also mean exactly what you think it means, and we'll find out, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Jazz is like, okay, you gotta believe in Matt. She says a whole bunch about that, and otherwise chaos will win. It's a cute little speech there, and then Sadie's like, oh fuck, this is something I said, isn't it?
That's what I taught her, even though I don't actually believe that. Like, that's an also interesting, like, idea of, like, the student becoming the master. Sadie is repeating this, like, rhetoric of Ma'at without having, like, the actual firm stance in it, whereas Jazz seems to be so much more steady in her, like, faith, if we think about this in a religious way.
It's so interesting of, like, seeing this without having seen Sadie say this before. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't have we haven't really seen them as the teachers. We saw one half a scene, really, of Carter trying to be a teacher. Didn't really happen. So we never got that vibe from them. We never got to see them interact with the others in that
I really wish that we had. It would have made this pretty long book even longer, but just
short.
As opposed to the other ones, yeah, but, for a middle grade book, this is pretty long still. And my thing is just that I wish that we would have gotten introduced to these characters so much slower. I wish that we would have spent more time at Brooklyn House. I wish that we could have seen what the status quo was before we broke it.
You know what we could have done? We could have done a chapter or, like, half chapter or, like, a scene or something of that in media res thing. And then it's like, okay, let me back up a little bit.
Let's dial it back a little bit.
Probably should start somewhere else, like record scratch goes back to the beginning, quote unquote. So let me tell you about our first few weeks, and we have like a chapter or two of that, and then we go back.
Yeah.
We could have like a little bit more at least to see that.
Yeah. I miss out on this like status quo. Like Rick loves to do this where he pops you into the action, and especially Titan's Curse is always the one that I think about, where they're just like on a mission and Talia is there, and I'm like, we never got to actually meet her as a person before this, and that always like kind of bugged me. That's the same thing as is going on here, but it's like with a whole new cast. And it's a lot.
Yeah.
But, I talked about that at the beginning of the book. We don't have to focus on it anymore.
It's alright. So Sadie's like, I'm a rubbish teacher. Don't listen to me. And Jazz is like, no, you're great. Go talk to Isis, okay? And she does. So she ends up on a boat, and it's going down the Nile.
Yeah, the classic boat.
You gotta have the descriptions of the boat. Hey, look, it's a fire. It's a throne, and it's
they even say it. It's in here.
Yep. Everybody drink. They did it. They did the thing.
Ding.
And Ra. Okay, remember how Iskander was old? Impossibly old? Ra, even more impossibly old.
Fucking crazy, man. Who knew you could get older?
We got a lot of really, really old guys in this series.
We sure do.
He's a question mark.
That's what happens.
I guess so. He's a king. He's bandaged up pretty bad, though.
Yeah.
He's got some puncture wounds oozing from his bandage, and he's in pain. He's not doing so hot. It's like, okay, Isis, come here. You gotta come heal me. And did you realize at this point what this story was gonna be? Did you remember?
Oh yeah, totally. I'm familiar with Isis's machinations. And what's interesting here is that Rick implies that this is the same type of snake, or at least the same type of venom that Carter is currently poisoned with. I assume if you're a god, you can live a lot longer than 12 hours on it, but...
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's unclear.
Unclear.
Who's to say? But Isis is here, and she's like, I live to serve you, my king. I'm here. I'm gonna save you.
And Sadie is like, man, she's full of shit. She doesn't actually say that here, but later in the chapter she sure does.
Ra's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You just want the throne for your hubby.
Mm-hmm.
Rude. If I were younger, I would fuck you up, but...
And also, he probably could just take care of this if he were younger, but he's old. He's frail. He's poisoned to shit. It hurts real bad.
And what is the one thing she needs to save him? His secret name.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, fine. You have to heal me. I'll give you what you want. And more. Ominous.
Ominous. And Isis does not notice.
Nope. She's drunk on power. Drunk on the power that she is about to get. And I love that getting his secret name nearly kills her.
Yeah, I love this description here. Yeah. You know, we've had it before where you could just, like, tell somebody's name. But Ra is the king of the gods. He is, like, the most ancient being in this culture. And so, you know, he has to put her hand on his forehead and she sees his entire life. You know, like what was going on with Jazz, but in sequence. And it is an enormous thing to have happen to you.
Listen, he is dramatic. His throne is made of fire. He's a drama queen. Yeah. Clearly.
Very true.
So she collapses and he's like, fine, I guess you're alive. Wow. Okay.
It burns a hieroglyph of his name onto her palm. She has been permanently marked by this. This is an important thing from him.
Tell me you didn't get Twitch's vibes from this.
I mean, I didn't think about it, but yeah, sure.
That's the vibe. That's the exact same thing. And then she heals him with the burned hieroglyph. Mm-hmm. And he's like, fine, cool. I'm no longer in pain. I will rest, just as you want me to. But first, let me deal with one thing. Mm-hmm. Bast,
my dear. Yeah. Like tingling a little bell.
My good kitty, come here. Here. Psst, 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 psst. And oh my goodness,
Bast is ready to fuck Isis up for this shit she has just pulled.
I love her so much. The fact that, like, Bast has beef with Isis, clearly, but she never takes it out on Sadie.
Yeah, she loves Sadie so much. That's her baby.
Right?
Yeah, I am obsessed with that.
Is this woman bothering you? The italics on that.
Bast, where's your girl solidarity? Come on now.
Bast is a cat. She's not a girl, okay?
Very true, very true.
Yeah, so where I was like, okay, I'm gonna depart soon into forced retirement. You're gonna need to do something for me. Yeah, you want me to go, Isis, right? Okay, cool. But Bast, you're gonna have to go and fight something.
Yeah.
Okay? And
then, he tells Isis exactly what the fuck is about to happen in the near and distant future. And Isis is not paying attention. She could not give less of a shit.
Drunk on power, victory, everything. She doesn't care that she nearly died getting this. And then she's gonna burn hieroglyph in her hand for all eternity. He's just like, your husband is gonna fucking die.
Your husband will fall, Egypt will fall, the names of the gods will be a distant memory, and then one day you will call out to me to help you, and I will not be there.
This is so good. It's so good. It's such a good story, man.
Yeah, that seems bad for our crew.
Just a little
Specifically
bit.
That line, given that calling out to Ra is literally exactly what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Hey, again, it's why we needed to have Carter and Sadie, who hosted Horus and Isis, like the current king, and the former queen,
the usurper,
who literally got rid of him to bring him back. That's why they need him.
Mm-hmm,
they need him. All right.
They need to make amends for the sins of their past, I suppose. I'm very excited to see where Rick is going to take that thematically, because, you know, it could be the thing that I just said, or it could be something entirely different, and I'm very curious.
I just love that Ra and Bast leave, and Isis is just, like, laughing and dancing.
Yeah,
because she doesn't care.
This is me, like, in my house alone after I got married to my preferred unit in Fire Emblem. Like, that exact level of, like, pathetic energy.
Sure.
I have a very specific memory in mind, and I know that you can tell, and I'm glad to share that with all of you, my beloved listeners.
I'm so glad. Now, Sadie wakes up in this wonderful soft bed with soft sheets and pillows and this bathrobe. She's like, did I dissolve into clouds? Why do I look like a Muppet?
An albino
What's
Muppet.
going on?
I've only been to a hotel that was like really nice, and it wasn't even this nice. Like once. And it was because I got put up in that hotel by the airline that scheduled my flights too close together and made me miss it. So because the next flight was going to be the next day, I got sent to a very nice hotel free of charge. And oh my god, the very nice bed.
Love that for you. Well, this is very nice. I want to go here. Can the escapism really let me escape, please? Just right now.
You just wish you were asleep right now.
I really want to be asleep. I want to be dreaming about this, okay?
Oh gosh.
It would be so much better. Everything is like so pretty. There's sliding glass doors, pretty sky, pretty water. And hey, look, all of their shit. It's on the table. Even the bag of chocolate. We still got the chocolate.
Hell
I'm so
yeah,
glad
hell
about
yeah.
that.
Sadie is still not feeling at 100%. She's a little woozy, she's a little stiff because she did just nearly drown. But the good news is our man Bess is here. He is dressed up like American tourist chic, and I love that for him. Very good.
It's so perfect for his vibe, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Bess is so camp to me. Like,
yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like, he is performing masculinity, ironically, and that it hits a perfect camp sweet spot. It's so good.
That's why I love him so much, because I love him. Now, I want to know why our boy, who is, like, dying twice over, is on the couch, and Sadie was in the king-size bed by herself.
Okay. I have an explanation. It's so that Bess can keep a better eye on him. He is not in a room, like, separated off where the door could be closed and he could die without anyone noticing.
At that point, why don't you just put them both in a king-sized bed that they can both fit in?
They certainly could,
and
yeah.
sit on, like, the foot of the bed and play some cards or something, watch the TV. I don't know.
I'm sure the couch is plenty comfortable. I'm sure it's fine.
All
but
three of them can fit on the king-size
very
bed.
True, very true.
He's a tiny man. And they are children.
Yeah.
They could fit. Sadie is clearly concussed. She's got a nasty bump on her head. And, you know, when she walks too fast, the room spins. But she needs to heal Carter. That's what's important. Bess helps her get her stuff.
The bad news is she's been out for 12 hours. 12 hours is exactly the time limit that they had.
Too fucking long, man. Bess, try harder to wake people up. Come on.
He tried as hard as he could. He used every wake-up spell he knew, but her soul wasn't there to be awoken, so blame Jazz and Anubis and everyone.
True Love's kiss? Hello?
Where's her true love? Do you have a true love for her at hand?
Okay, we have several options here, because true love is not just romantic love, so it does not have to be Walter or Anubis. It could also be the dying Carter. It could be Bess, because, like, clearly they're besties now. They understand each other fully. It could be Bast, who is also not available at the moment. It could be Uncle Amos.
See, the only people we have are Carter and Bess has really only known her for a couple of days/hours, and like, you know, you can be very fond of someone at that point, but true love feels like a stretch to me, and Carter is past the fuck out also.
I actually have a question about True Love's kiss, because there are animals that will just, like, love you no matter what, eternally, immediately upon knowing you. So, like, if a dog just, like,
gives you a lick,
slobbers on you,
yeah,
does that count? Will that get you out of it? Because I feel like it could.
Yeah.
Eternal
like a Balto type dog, like the dog who's the dog in the Odyssey who waited his entire life for his master to return. He could bring Odysseus out of a true love kiss sleep.
Absolutely. Where is Muffin? Where the fuck is Muffin? Who absolutely does not love Sadie in the same way. Khufu. No, Khufu would do it. Khufu and Sadie. True love. Calling it right now.
There you go. All right.
Sorry.
I don't want him to do it, though. Baboon's kind of gross.
Fair. I just think it would be funny. Bess is also getting some
room service.
Room service. Yeah.
And Sadie is like, we do not have time for that. And he's like, just give me a second. I gotta put the Lennon head on this room service cart as the centerpiece.
Right? He's just like, wait, everything is perfect. Just let me. Perfect. Amazing. Beautiful. Wonderful. No notes. The waiter is just like horrified. Okay? And Sadie, we don't have time for all these questions. Worry about Carter. Instead, she's like, Bess, why are you king? Who made you king? Who crowned you?
And he's like, I'm literally a god of literally this place. Like, obviously people, bring me offerings and whatnot. Yeah, they are in a Four Seasons Alexandria in a penthouse. So, very nice.
Very nice. Like, yeah, Egypt, they might think they don't remember the old gods, but they do, obviously.
Yeah.
So he's their guy. Important. He's their guy.
He's very popular.
Guy. He's fucking Bess. Everybody venerates Bess. Okay? Now, Sadie's like, okay, focus time.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt
She's got this. She knows what she needs to do, but she needs Carter's help.
Now, Carter, you gotta let me in. And, okay, I know you're gonna go soft for this thing that happens here. Where it's like, secret names have power, and only a person closest to someone's heart can know the secret name. And
so good.
Heaven help me, for me, Carter was that person.
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah? Are you going soft?
I very much, yes. They are such good siblings. I adore them so much. They're so good. They're so important to each other, and that does make me go a little bit insane. Like, the estranged sibling into, like, the person closest to my heart is a thing that can be so personal.
So good.
I also, as I have said before, there are not a lot of things I remember from this book. Unlike the previous book, where a lot of shit came back to me as we were reading, this one, not a lot did. I do have vague memories of this scene, specifically. Like, the idea of, making yourself vulnerable enough with another person for them to know every bit of you, all of your deepest secrets, all of the life that you led up until this point, and for that person to also be the sibling you grew up with, and showing them the totality of, like, your lives together from this other perspective. I think that that's just so interesting. Yeah, I love it.
Yep. So we get every moment of Carter's life, even some we know about, which is pretty cool. Their dad played jazz for them, and they danced around. That's
Carter
cute.
did not like the jazz, but Sadie did.
Love that. Sadie lore. Carter got caught in a riot in Paris with their dad.
Yeah, wild. Carter standing in between books in Brooklyn House, trying not to reclaim the power of a god, facing that temptation, and Sadie being relieved by that because she has done the exact same shit.
It's like, oh, I'm not the only one who was tempted. Okay. And he relaxes. But he does have to share, like, every bit of himself. Just as Ra did with Isis. Terrifying.
I also am interested by, like, the fact that this process does make Carter relax. Like, there's a relief in, like, giving yourself to another person like this. That is also fascinating.
Yeah.
And she gets the name.
The wax figure turns green and melts. And then he's alive! He's awake,
Yay!
He's alive! He's fantastic.
And he's like, shit, all of my secrets of my whole entire life now? Great, love that. I don't.
And Sadie's like, don't fucking ride a snake monster. Ever again! Or I will kill you. That's the vibe.
Yeah. It's interesting to me, I remember this line, or this idea, that Sadie thinks that Carter's innermost secrets are pretty tame. He's just a little guy, honestly. She's like, I hope that he never has to do that to me, because I'm actually evil and bad inside, unlike him. And it's like, no, girl, you're just 13.
I want to see her innermost secrets, though, now. I want to know how much worse she is, actually. Does Carter think that?
Right. I would be curious to see what Carter would think. My expectation, my assumption, would be that Carter would think the exact same thing. I don't think that Sadie has innermost secrets that are worse than, like, the harsh feelings that she's had, like, about Carter or about, you know, their parents throughout these few books. You know, I think that she's just a person and that Carter would see that.
Yeah, potentially. And Bess is like, hey, you're alive! Here, have Lennon's nose. And Carter's like, is that magic chocolate?
Does chocolate have magic healing properties, is what he asks, specifically. I think this is taking the piss out of the Dementor thing, where they give you chocolate afterwards.
Okay. But I have issues with taking the piss out of that, because there is scientific things about chocolate making you happy. And that's why that works. And that's why having a little bit of dark chocolate, like, at the start of your day will make you happier, actually. That's a scientific thing that I heard.
Having good food is good for you mentally and physically. Food that tastes better, you absorb nutrients better out of it. Like, straight up. Your body is like, you enjoyed eating this, that means that it's good, that means that I want all the things that are in it. Yeah, like, straight up, food that tastes good is good for you.
Chocolate is, like, literally drugs that make you happy. there is literally stuff that in the chocolate that does make you a little bit happy.
It's the fucking brain chemical that Venom needs. I can't remember the name of.
Probably.
You get it from sex or chocolate, and so
I believe that. So
Venom wouldn't need to eat brains if he and Eddie were just, you know, getting down more often.
True enough. True enough. Venom, come on.
Yeah, that's all. Okay. Where are we?
We ate chocolate because it's important.
Yeah, and Carter is, you know, taking it a little bit easy for a little while here because he could die otherwise.
Also, apparently Bess eats a lot of chocolate, which is important to me. Now, we have new clothes. They got personal shoppers, and this is good. This is good, okay? Okay, we got some clothing descriptions. Mm-hmm. We got combat boots. Somehow, they tried to give them to Carter, and then they're horrified when they have to give them to Sadie.
Okay.
This is cultural things, right?
It must be a cultural thing, or maybe people were just weirder about girls being all in the early...
No, I think this is a cultural thing, because she also is given a headscarf. So, like, we are in the Middle East, technically.
Indeed. So. And which Sadie does not decide to wear because she is putting in purple highlights and she needs everybody to see those.
Yeah, listeners, it's important to note that Raye also has purple hair right now.
I do indeed.
So they are twins. They are twinning.
Very good.
She's also got a camo shirt. I like camo. Did you know this? I have always been very obsessed with the camouflage just pattern. The problem is things that I tend to like. You know what demographic also tends to like those things? Like camouflage and the Punisher. The
shittiest people imaginable.
Why? Why can't I just like my thing and just be a little guy?
I'm so sorry. That's rough.
Carter gets a nerd shirt. It says property of Alexandria University.
And it's like, you've never been there, son. You did not go to college. You are 15.
Well, he's the property of the university. He didn't have to go there.
Yeah, that's such a weird shirt. Like, is the implication supposed to be like, I stole this shirt? I don't...
I feel like instead it should have been one of those, I went to Alexandria University and
all I got was this t-shirt. Yeah. I don't know.
It should have been one of those. I don't know. They got some more supplies. Their magic bags. Very good.
Thank you, Egyptian personal shoppers, for picking those up for us.
We always need more of that stuff.
It is just like your magic kit in D&D, which is fun.
Yeah. They went on a little shopping spree, except they had personal shoppers. Who doesn't love the shopping episode of D&D? Like,
yeah,
right?
It is always quite good.
Episode. Session. Whatever. you know what I mean.
Well... If you're listening to real play podcasts, then it is an episode. So that also tracks.
I'm trying to think if the podcasts that I listen to have those episodes. Honestly, I'm really bad at listening to the D&D podcast that I do listen to. I feel like I tend to zone out.
Oh, can't believe this. How could you? Non-scripted stuff is nice for that. That, you can just kind of listen and or not listen.
Yeah. We're catching up. This is the catch-up time.
Right. A lot of this is just Sadie telling Carter all the things that happened.
Yeah. She leaves out the thing about Zia's home for a
because
minute.
now she understands intimately how important Zia is to Carter, and she's like, I don't have time for that right now.
Yeah. And Carter recognizes the name of the desert that they're going to, Baharia.
Indeed. Yeah, we went over this in the myth section. The Oasis. There's a bunch of guys there.
Yeah.
Bess's explanation for why they are there is that everyone wanted to get into the Egyptian afterlife because it's cooler.
Right. I love Sadie being like, I like gold. Mummies, not so much.
Yeah, Sadie is almost weird about this. She's like, I do not want to be around 10,000 mummies. That is so many mummies. What if they come to life and attack me? And Bess is like, that probably won't happen. And she's like, probably?
Bess is like, you haven't met enough mummies. And my brain is just here like, okay, but he talking the Egyptian mummies, or is he talking about mummies?
Oh my god. Please.
Listen, Bess likes the finer things in life. Okay?
Of course. So the other important lore bit is that they will be able to find the scroll even in this very large area because the other scrolls will be attracted to it. We're gonna do like some fucking...
magnets.
I was about to say the rods. What do you call it? Dowsing rod shit. Holding both the scrolls.
Yeah, my brain was going to in Big Hero 6 when Hero's got the little microbot and he's just like,
oh,
where are you going? Which way? Okay, this way? Cool. It's like your little compass. Like, okay, is it glowing? Is it this way? This way? That way? All right, let's go over here. So
they need to travel a little over 200 miles to get to this place, and they can't portal because it's cursed to not be able to be portaled to. 200 miles is a long way to travel. They need to find this thing. They need to use the scrolls to get Ra, and they need to talk to Ra after that. And they need to do that all within 2 days. That is not very long for all of those things.
It's fine. Everything's fine. It's great. You got this.
It's less fine after she's like, okay, so I do need to also tell you. Set said Zia's village is Makan al-Ramal al-Hamra, which is apparently a very poor translation.
It's the place of the red sands is what it's supposed to mean, basically.
Right.
And that's what they figure out. It's like, oh, it's a translation of the place of the red sands, which is what Carter's demon guy said where she was.
And Sadie's like, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Like, I couldn't not tell him.
A demon that was Apophis told you that.
Mm-hmm.
And Set told you the other thing.
Yeah, these are not trustworthy sources. Like, even if that is the place where Zia is, the only reason that they would be telling you that is to delay you, to divide us, to fuck up our whole shit. And you're letting him do it. But he can't not go for Zia. Very interesting note here is Sadie now knows that Carter blames their dad for letting their mom die. Like, that is like how he thinks about it. He feels like if he lets Zia down, he is like a failure as like a man, which is an interesting way, for his brain to work about this whole thing. As the man of like a family or a relationship, in Carter's mind, it is your job to protect people. And if you fail to protect those people, then like you have fucked everything up. You have failed.
The masculinity of it all.
Right. And, that's not necessarily toxic. It can be toxic if you use it, like, possessively, or if you won't let people, like, have their own agency or their own ability. Like, Zia is a very able person. Carter wants to save her, though, because she is in trouble. And, he does respect her as a person. I don't think that this is necessarily toxic masculinity, except for in the way that it is, making Carter ignore the real importance of the situation.
Yeah. And now, okay, we've flip-flopped from the beginning of the book, where Sadie
which is fascinating.
wanted to go do her personal thing. She's like, I need to have this day to myself, okay? It's my birthday, give it to me. And Carter's like, you're so all about you. You're being so selfish here. Come on, Sadie, the world's gonna end. And now Carter's like, I need to save my not girlfriend.
I
Sadie's
have
like,
to.
"Excuse
I have
me,
to do that right now.
It's time to save the world."
Like, you are going to fuck up the world-saving plan. We do not actually have time to do all of this shit before the world ends.
Yeah. It's so good.
It is. It's so fascinating. And what I also think is fascinating about it is that both of them let the other person do that. Like, Carter wasn't happy about the birthday trip, but, you know, he supported her when she needed to go do it. He allowed that to happen. He didn't berate her constantly when she was leaving. Same thing here. Sadie is like, this isn't going to work. It's not acceptable. We do not have the time, but okay, go on, do what you need to do. I will go call Walt. Anubis said Walt is sad and he needs stuff to do, so I'm gonna go grab him and we'll go do the actual quest.
Yeah. Sorry, I have things to say, but I can't tell you.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm sure. I'm very excited for Walt and Sadie time. I would love to see what their relationship is actually like when they spend time together, because we have not seen that yet.
I just like how Sadie is specifically like, it's either the Book of Ra or Zia.
And
So
we
it's-
know the choice that Sadie makes, that Sadie would make, even if it was like the most important person in the world to her, like her dad. You know, Sadie chooses the world. Carter chooses Zia.
Sadie, she's also mad about how much the world is taken from her, though.
She is.
Like, she did mention that.
It's not fair. She knows that it's not fair, but, you know, she's gonna make the pragmatic choice. She's like her mom like that, you know? The pragmatic choice was to leave her kids behind and die. And she did that.
Yeah.
And
So yeah,
that,
she's gonna,
and Sadie was also mad about that, so.
but she's gonna go it alone. She's gonna call in her boy toy. And sorry,
Okay.
I
Sorry.
decided to call them that now. And it's so much worse because she's using them like they are toys, in fact.
That's a hot
right?
take.
Listen. Is it not, though? Because she's kind of stringing two guys along.
I wouldn't necessarily. She's not, though. She is a person who likes two people. That is allowed. She
She's a
has
person
not
who
made
likes
an
two
explicit
people.
move on either of them.
And it does seem like they're both like, Sadie, hello, I'm here.
I have not gotten that impression. I mean, Walt is kind of like, you know, kind of sad and feeling left behind with the whole Anubis thing. Anubis that is a whole other issue. And I do not blame Sadie for any of the things going on here. Personally, that is my personal take.
She is specifically using Walt as a tool, though, so that she doesn't go alone at this moment.
She was literally told that he needs something to do and that he should be involved in the quest. She is saying that she wants to do this because she wants to involve him. I disagree. I do not think that Sadie is being shitty to guys.
She's gonna call him her brother, though. That's kind of shitty. That's kind of shitty to the guy you like.
She wasn't she just said that in the moment. She did not think about it. She did not think about how it would make Carter feel shitty, or presumably how it would make Walt feel shitty.
In the scene, Carter's the one who feels shitty, but I'm also just like, Walt? Would he approve of that? Because we already know he has a matching necklace, okay? Matching necklace.
I am not romance pilled. Enough for this. I'm like, I would not care.
But Raye, they are teenagers.
Yes,
there's
indeed.
A difference
that is
here.
the most important thing in the whole
hormones,
entire world.
So everything is so much worse.
Mm-hmm.
The hormones, okay?
Oh,
yeah.
I had a before the romance thing, which was that, now that I think about it, it is fascinating that Sadie blamed her mother for her death, while Carter blames their dad for their mom's death. You know, it shows, like, who they, like, empathize with in their parents' relationship, that sort of thing. Anyways.
Yeah, it does.
That, like, had just occurred to me while I was talking about Sadie's feelings as opposed to Carter's feelings.
Yeah, once again, we're also like, don't know Walt's fucking secret, but whatever it is, he wants to help, he's making him miserable, whatever. Yeah, so we're splitting the party. It's not gonna be good, again.
Yeah, really bad idea. Bess says bad idea out loud with his mouth.
Bad idea. Don't do it. Bro, don't do it.
And Bess doesn't want to leave Sadie. He was supposed to watch Sadie for Best. And he's like, okay, I guess I can go with Carter. She's like, please don't let my brother die. He's important to me.
Yeah, that's her little guy. She knows
He
everything
is her
about
little
him.
guy, actually.
It's too bad her little guy-sized version of him is gone, because she could have, like, you know, kept that and been like, this is my little guy. He's here in my pocket.
Oh my gosh. Sadie walks away before she can start crying about this whole situation, and it's like, girl, oh, that's so rough.
It's been an emotionally draining day for everyone here.
It sure has. A lot of shit continues to occur. I have a plug if we're done.
Yeah, you got a plug? Tell me your plug.
Yes, I was playing Hades 2, and I beat both of the final bosses. There are 2 in Hades 2. There are 2 paths that you can go down or you can go up. I did them both, and I was like, I don't want to play anymore. I want to stop so that when I beat the final bosses, I actually start progressing towards the ending of the game. And that isn't going to happen until 1.0 comes out. Guess what happened today? I finished downloading it right before we had to podcast, and I'm like, oh my god, I wish I was playing Hades 2. Anyways, so in order to not play Hades 2, I played a different game in my Steam library that I bought on a sale, which was Chants of Sennaar. Chants of Sennaar is a puzzle game where the function is you find out the languages of the people who live in this tower. There are symbols, you can see them written, or you can talk to people, they will speak in these symbols, and you will note down what you think the symbol means based on context. And so a guy will point and say, you open door, and you know that it says open door because you saw a label earlier that had open and door on it. And so you're like, okay, I will do that. And he points at himself and he says, me, open door. And then he goes and does that. So you're like, okay, now I know I and you, and that will be useful in the future. And like, you just figure out all this stuff playing the game, and you will learn entirely different languages and different cultures as you progress through this tower. And I think that is fascinating, and I had a lot of fun playing it. So yeah, Chants of Sennaar, a good thing to play when you can't play Hades 2.
I love that for you.
Thanks, bestie.
Yeah. So as I believe I mentioned last episode, I got back into reading.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm finally getting to read again. It's wild. Like, reading for fun and not just for podcast things.
Yeah.
Insane. I finally got to the next of the Twisted Tales books, because I'm slowly working through that series in the order that they come out. They're all like one story a piece, so it didn't really matter.
Self-contained. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I've told you about the series before, but it's Disney story, but they change like one detail, so it's like an alternate universe version of it. But it, like, even changing the one detail does tend to make it so much more different. You recognize the characters, but you also don't at the same time.
Very fanfic type thing to do.
It's honestly, it goes like so much like past, I feel like, even fanfic. Like, it becomes so much more. Like, it becomes so developed and detailed that it becomes like its own lore and everything, and it's self-contained, and it's great. But the one that I read did feel more like fanfic to me.
I'm thinking about good fanfic where they change the detail and they actually think about the implications and do the shit.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I'm still saying this felt like good fanfic.
Okay.
I'm just saying that, like, most Twisted Tales, I feel like they add so much lore and, like, development into it that it becomes more than a fanfic. It becomes its own full thing, you know? I don't know a lot of fanfics that actually get that far into things. Maybe
and I definitely have read some wild-ass fanfics.
Maybe I don't get into the right things. Maybe that's the problem. But I read the Frozen one. Because that was the next one on my list of things. It's Conceal, Don't Feel by Jen Calonita. Before this, I had read one other from her in this series, and it was the Snow White one. That one was, like, again, so much better, so much more developed. The Frozen one, it is the least well-developed of the Twisted Tales.
That's a shame.
It's not bad. It's still a good book.
It's interesting.
I was still enthralled.
It's so modern that I wonder if they feel less comfortable, like, changing the core tenets of the story.
My stance on it is that they're definitely, like, Frozen is our biggest cash cow.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot change too much of this and still have it, you know.
Right, we can't
good.
fuck up the brand.
We cannot seriously fuck up this brand. And I'm just like, I've read better fanfics
mm-hmm.
than this. But I still like the book. It was still a good book, but it just felt like a less developed fan fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this author is so much more capable, so I'm like, it's Disney that's holding her back. It's not her.
Yeah, it's
so
I would bet that corporate is like that.
And so this book is like, the thing that it changed is, what if Anna and Elsa never met each other?
Oh, fascinating.
So instead it ended up being that, like, they were cursed and they couldn't grow up together.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't be together or Anna would die and Elsa
shit.
like had no magic for a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really it. The problem that I could tell with it is that me knowing the movie so well and having written down literal scenes from it for my own fan fiction, I'm just like, the amount of scenes that are from the actual movie in this book.
Oh yeah, that is always so is so exponential compared to every other Twisted Tale book I've read. That's too bad.
They don't usually have word for word scenes as much as that one did for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's references that you can make.
Yeah.
There's like,
but a word for word scene is just you're not adding any value. Yeah.
It was so many of them. So many word for word scenes. And it's like, okay, you changed the context of the scene. You changed where it was placed in the story, but you still did it. So you didn't really change enough. That it kind of loosened the value of it. It wasn't as good. So I've read better fanfic than that book, but it wasn't a bad fanfic.
And as a whole, you recommend the series?
As a whole, I recommend the series. Highly recommend the series. Our friends on Muses of Mythology, they cover Twisted Tales books on their bonus show.
Oh, fun.
Because they're like, hey, they're retelling like myths and stuff kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is what they flip it as.
Mm-hmm.
So, fun stuff. And it's all like official Disney and everything.
Right. Very cool. Well, all that said, I suppose you should release us from this mortal coil.
I guess I can. I mean, I saved you from dying and everything, but you need to get the fuck out of my house. Go after your dumb girlfriend who's like in sand or something.
I would.
I'm gonna go with my boy and who I might pretend is my brother or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out along the way. We're gonna go and actually save the world, okay?
Okay, fine.
I'll go save the world. You save your girl. Whatever.
Seems like a great compromise to me. All right, well, let's get to it then.
Bye.
Bye!
Of the Eldest Gods would like to thank its $10 and up patrons. This means you're either in the Savior of Olympus tier or the God Complex tier on our Patreon, patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. Thank you all so much for your support, especially Matt, our God Complex patron.
You can follow this podcast's socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send us a message through the Duat to oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about the Riordanverse or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology, no promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. If you want to hear more from me, Raye, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast's Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network,
with the meme maker Robert called The Bits, where we talk about the Cartoon Network show Steven Universe. I also co-host a non-network podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo. Our music was created and produced by Isabel Strauss-Riggs. You can find Isabel at Kane I, that's I is in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now we are discussing The Kane Chronicles. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
Do you love to be super scared? Do you enjoy listening to hilarious hot takes on timeless classics? Well, fear not, listeners. I'm here! Welcome to the Super Scary Podcast, where we cover everything from the supernatural to the superpowered. I'm your host, Josh, a scaredy cat nerd who enjoys superhero, sci-fi, and horror movies way too much. Whether I'm processing my trauma from Texas Chainsaw Massacre or reminiscing on the nostalgia of Hocus Pocus, my guest and I have a hilarious time going through our favorite and sometimes not so favorite moments. I'm your friend till the end, listeners, because everyone's entitled to one super scary podcast. We post weekly episodes on Mondays, and you can find us at Super Scary Podcast on all the socials. See you in the afterlife, listeners.
To mention that your hair is purple and that now Sadie's is purple also.
We're gonna match.
It's important. It's important to the plot. Purple twins. Clear.
Deus Ex Media.